afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon. We are the team number 1 and we're going to talk about the pornography and the prostitution. Our team is Gabriela Gonzalez, Diego Muñoz, and me, Andrea Cuevas. Well, why do we choose this topic? We choose this topic because we think that these situations are big problems. So we think that these situations degrades the human dignity of the persons that get involved in this, well, in pornography and prostitution. Also, we think that the pornography and the prostitution spoil people of their rights. And as we know, the world changes constantly, and we need to make a big effort or a harder effort to get a good life. So the people that doesn't be prepared like us with a career or also with a bachelor, they need to effort, and like the twice of us, I don't know how to say it, and they need to make big decisions, and they need to look for other possibilities or other opportunities to have a good life, or to bring food in their houses, or to survive. And they recur to the prostitution and the pornography. And we think that this is so sad, and there are problems that we need to solve because are degrading the human dignity. And well, what is prostitution? Well, as we know, the prostitution is the oldest professional works. I don't know how to say it, but it's the oldest of the world, and they have a lot of story. But prostitution is the act of having sex in return for payment, or even in return for things that the woman's or the man's, like the prostitutes, needs. If a woman needs, I don't know, to bring food in their house, she can have sex, and the return can be food, or can be clothes, or can be a lot of stuff that can help her. And well, this is a map of the worldwide prostitution legal status. Prostitution, the nations that are in green are the places that prostitution is legal, but it's regulated.
Do you mean legal?
Yes, legal. The places in blue are the countries that have prostitution legal, but it is not regulated. And the places that have the color red are the places that have prostitution illegal. And the places that have the color gray is the places that we don't have that, but well, can you see we don't have a place with gray. So all the world have a legal status of prostitution.
I saw that Mexico is mostly green, which is
yes.
Prostitution is legalized.
Yes, well, in some state of the countries, like in
some states of the country.
Yes, in some states of the country, it is legal. Like in 13 states of the country are legal, the prostitution. But it's, well, I can say regulated.
Regulated.
Yes.
That makes the difference.
Yes.
Oh, I see that in the United States it's illegal.
Yes, in the United States it's legal, but it's only, yes.
Las Vegas?
Yes, Nevada.
Nevada, right?
Yes, only in this state is legal, the prostitution.
Oh boy, oh boy. It's like a huge lie.
Yes.
And anyway.
Well, in the green places are legal. In
like
other places are illegal, but well, they made it a law, And
I like your map because it gives us the reality.
Yes.
The reality of the world is that we are two-faced people. right? It's
Yes.
like we act with morals and ethical values, but on the other hand, it's the law enforcement is a huge deal.
Yes. In one hand, we want to make the good things, but in the other hand, we don't make it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to talk about prostitution in Mexico.
Okay.
In Mexico, prostitution has been regulated in 1885. The laws vary by state because it's decriminalized under government. According to law, prostitutes need to have a check with the doctor twice a month. And nevertheless, there are many prostitution risks when we talk about this business, because the users don't know if the prostitute have the correct checks or the properly checks with the doctor. And this business is a big code, because not only, well, we see that prostitution is legal in Mexico, but this business is linked to human trafficking.
Would you mean is linked?
Is linked
to
human trafficking with children and women that
with what?
with
Children
and women
and women
that are in poverty or have ignorance, and they use them to win money.
So what you are saying is that people who work in the pornography are always linked to drug traffics, for example, the drug trafficking,
Yeah.
or ransom participation maybe, or some other crimes, right? So being a person inside this sort of business or whatsoever is risky. Not only for the fact that they are exposed to the disease on a daily basis, right? But because there's violence involved as well, you always sell yourself in the risk or danger of death, because people may use you well or may use you wrongly in the fact that they can always, be violent with you. Despite the fact that you be protected at no offense, but the other person disagrees. So he spanks you for that, and then he or she has sex with you, then you can be like, exactly. You read my mind. So it's so sad. Pornography is a risky business for everybody.
Well, what is pornography? Pornography is the sexual writing or graphic material, and according to these statistics, 12% of the websites on the internet are pornographic. And like prostitute pornography is a big code, because every second $3,000 are spent in pornography, every second, and every second 28,000 people are viewing or reading pornography.
Well, the scientists say that 7.5% of the users of internet have pornography, how do you say, obsession?
Body obsession?
Yes, pornography obsession. So that's what they say, that this number continue growing high. The United States Supreme say that there are 4 types of illegal pornography. There are indecency, material harmful for minors, obscenity, and child pornography. All of these are punishment by 40 years at prison, even more. It depends about the crime. And one of these that is more punished is the child pornography, because these include child abuse. So sometimes the children have to face different problems, like if they're sequestered, ransom, if they're ransom and they are not with their families, so it's totally illegal. People say, well, people think that pornography and prostitution are the same thing, but it's not. I mean, they have things in common, but they're actually not the same. Because prostitute is that you have sex and you will receive payment, and pornography is when you act, and this is legal. Pornography is legal, and prostitution is illegal. For example, in the USA, it's just legal in Las Vegas, Nevada, and a lot of people travel around the world to have this experience. And in Mexico, it's legal, but it's regulated. Maybe we don't know about that, where it's illegal, but I think that in every state of Mexico is practicing, because the government and the police can have the control of this action. Around the world, women's children's men's.
In your structure, be careful. Don't put it as a question, because it's a statement. How they get affected. If you want to have it like a question, you have to say, how are they affected?
Okay.
Or how are they gotten affected?
How are they affected?
How are they affected?
Okay.
Yeah. Or how are they gotten affected? Or how do they get affected? So, but it's not a question, it's a statement.
Okay.
So you don't need a question mark up there.
Okay.
Is there like another text I cannot see, like in another color, like greenish or? No?
No, it's
No, it's okay. I just want.
Well, they have to face a lot of risks, like physical risks in their bodies, like lesions or bruise, and other things that they have to face in are problems on their mind. Like they think that they don't have value, because some children, when they start to work over there.
Some children.
Children.
Children is plural.
Okay, some children and women, when they start to work, they have a lot of clients and they lose, so they feel like they don't have any value. And other risks that they have to face is that sexually transmission disease. That is one of the most important preoccupation from the government, because one of the most important is HIV, and scientists have not found the cure. So if this continue growing, so a lot of people is going to die and a lot of people is going to be sick.
What did you say right at the beginning, that children don't have value or something?
No, yes,
Yes?
that they feel that they don't have value.
Value.
Well, we were thinking about a solution. We were thinking about a solution of this problem. Well, in prostitution, we thought that we can eliminate these persons from the street and create them a new job. And create them a new job to, well, where they can work, but maybe they can't produce the same as money that they want to. But it's something that we can create a company, I don't know, maybe make them work just in the morning or just in the night as they prefer. and to leave the streets alone of these people. And about pornography, I think that's going to be hard to regulate because we're talking about on the internet, so around the world. So we think that we can regulate these websites and block them, like so the people can go there.
So the people cannot have
Uh-huh.
access to. But that's not the main problem, I think. The main problem is that they will find a way
Yes.
to break the law. That's not the problem. The problem is when you expose people to be recorded. We must stop the recording of pornography by any chance. Because the only problem is that once it's available in the net, it's going to be available at any minute. So anybody at ease just clicks on the button, he makes just a steady payment, and then he will receive automatically lots of links. That's not the problem indeed. The problem is people be exposed to be
Yes, it's
recorded.
stopped to be recorded.
Yeah, we need to punish that.
We need to stop making the pornography like the porn stars or something like that to be a profession.
Yeah, it's so sad, right?
Yes.
It's so sad. See, there is a program they promote in, maybe it's History Channel, I guess. They say, how sex changed humans' history. I mean, no offense. It's not about how sex has been or has been acquiring power. It's the fact that these denigrates and derogates
The human dignity
beings
of the person.
in their self-esteem, for example. You know? Once you do it and once you are published, how would you feel walking on the streets and people just pointing at you and saying, oh, I saw you, but naked,
Yes.
you know? Or in front of your children once you get married. It's Sunday afternoon. You are in a restaurant having fun with your family, and somebody steps up and says, do you do me a favor? I need a service. Excuse me? I mean, how do you feel? And now that, you know, your image can be like posted. So there's a body and they just post your picture, your face, your image. And then out of the sudden, you are a porn star. Your English teacher is a porn star. Impossible, you just see me. Right? It's impossible, but the risk is there. Somebody that has very bad intention. You know?
Yes.
And we found this article
Okay.
that is from here, from Saltillo, Coahuila, and say that the prostitution is out of control over here.
Totally.
Yes, totally. And over here say that there are 6 people that have HBI, and they don't have, like the government want to hide that to us. But I think that it's bad because we have to know about this, because it's important from the people from the city. And that's it.
All right, thank you very much. All right, they have to unplug their laptop, but